Welcome back to Mindbang, the only place on the internet where we shove insane theories directly into your brain hole and leave you questioning your own reality. And speaking of questioning reality, let's talk about Yellowjackets. Because let's be honest, if this show has taught us anything, it's that nothing is what it seems. The latest fan theories aren't just dark, they're full-blown existential horror. What if the survivors were never actually rescued? What if the wilderness isn't just a place but a living, malevolent entity? And what if the wilderness baby wasn't just a baby but a reincarnated god? Yeah, I know, buckle up. This is gonna get weird. What if they never left the wilderness? Here's the theory that is currently melting fan brains. What if everything we've seen in the present-day timeline is an elaborate hallucination? What if the Yellowjackets are still out there, starving, gnawing on bones, losing their minds in the middle of nowhere? Think about it. This show loves messing with perception. The way memories blur into hallucinations, the way characters experience shared visions, the way reality itself feels fragile. What if that's the point? What if their rescue was just a mass delusion, a story they told themselves to cope? What if in reality they're still trapped, still playing the wilderness's sick little game? And if this is true, then, who the hell are the people they're interacting with? Maybe they're hallucinated versions of people they once knew. Maybe the entire world is an illusion, constructed by their own fractured, starving, desperate minds. Or maybe, just maybe, the wilderness itself is letting them believe they escaped, while still pulling the strings. The real question is, what happens when they realize the truth? The wilderness baby was a reincarnated god. Alright, let's talk about the most cursed baby theory since American Horror Story. Some fans believe that the baby born in the wilderness wasn't just a regular baby, it was a reincarnated god. Yeah, let that sink in. The idea here is that the wilderness isn't just a place, it's an ancient force, maybe even a deity. And when Shauna gave birth, the baby wasn't just a child, it was something older, something powerful, something terrifying. The survivors may have split into two factions. One side believing the baby was sacred, the other convinced that it needed to be sacrificed in order to be rescued. And before you say, okay, but the baby died, ask yourself, did it really? Because Yellowjackets loves to make us question death. What if the baby didn't actually die, but was somehow absorbed into the wilderness itself? What if its spirit still lingers, shaping events from beyond? And if that's true, then what about Callie? Some fans believe that Callie, Shauna's daughter, might not just be a regular kid. What if she's somehow connected to the wilderness baby? What if she carries a piece of that old primal force? Which would explain why she's getting darker by the episode. Callie's dark turn. Is she about to kill Jeff? Speaking of Callie, let's talk about her very concerning character arc. Lately, she's been getting a little too comfortable with deception, manipulation, and maybe even murder. Fans are speculating that she's on a collision course with violence, and her dad, Jeff, might be the one to pay the price. Jeff has been obsessed with fixing the family's karma, which, let's be real, is a terrible sign in a show like this. Anytime a character starts talking about balance, redemption, or trying to set things right, that's basically a countdown clock to their tragic demise. If Callie does snap, it could be the final proof that whatever infected the Yellowjackets in the wilderness never actually left. Is the wilderness a sentient, malevolent force? If you've been watching Yellowjackets and thinking, man, this forest feels a little too involved, congratulations, you're not alone. A growing theory suggests that the wilderness is alive. Not in a wow, nature is beautiful way, but in a dark, unknowable, cosmic horror kind of way. The idea is that the forest doesn't just kill, it influences. It whispers in their ears, makes them see things, pushes them toward insanity. Lottie's visions? Maybe they're not hallucinations. Maybe she's actually hearing the voice of the wilderness itself. The strange symbols? Maybe they're ancient warnings or portals to something even worse. And the cannibalism? Maybe it's not just survival. Maybe it's ritual. Maybe the wilderness feeds on their suffering, making them sacrifice each other to keep it satisfied. And if that's the case, then escaping wasn't even an option. Because if the wilderness wanted them dead, they'd be dead. If it let them leave, it's because it wanted them too. Which means it's still with them, still controlling them, still waiting for something. Final thoughts. who actually survives? If any of these theories are true, then the real question is, who makes it out alive? If the survivors are still trapped in a hallucination, then who breaks free? If the wilderness baby was a god, what happens when it returns? And if the wilderness is a malevolent force, how do you fight something that lives inside your own mind? One thing's for sure. Yellowjackets isn't just about survival. It's about who or what they're surviving for. And if this show has taught us anything, the answers are going to be even worse than we think. That's it for today's deep dive on Bang. If your brain isn't fully cooked after this, then I don't know what to tell you. Drop your wildest theories in the comments, and let's figure this madness out together. See you next time.